Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Calendar with Droid Life, and we're taking a look at both the Verizon and AT&T versions of the LG G2 today. So Verizon's version comes out tomorrow, September 12th for $199 on contract. AT&T's then the next day, September 13th for the same $199 on contract. Now we've already taken a look at the international variant, which we have right here, at least in an unboxing and sort of first impressions. So this is gonna be fairly brief, I would hope, with these two versions, since there's not much change, right? We're still looking at the same specs. We still got the 5.2-inch full HD LCD display. We've got the 13 megapixel camera on the back with optical image stabilization, 2 gig of RAM. You've got Android 4.2.2. Obviously it works on Verizon and AT&T. The only real difference here is that Verizon's has wireless charging, and they'll also show you the backside does look a little bit different, but otherwise, essentially the same phone that we've already looked at. So we'll hopefully have reviews up before the end of the week, maybe early next week, so you guys that are contemplating these can make an informed decision. So anyways, let's pull these out and just kind of show you quickly what we're looking at here. So in terms of packaging, obviously, this is the AT&T version with the orange G2 right there on the back, standard AT&T packaging. Verizon, same thing, standard Verizon packaging with sort of white embossed look right there. And there you have it. So let's actually look at the AT&T version first. So AT&T's eco-friendly packaging. And then on the inside here you get, well, there's a SIM card in this one, some other information, and then a charger. There's no headphones or any extra goodies in there. That's pretty much what you get. So let's pull it out of the packaging. Toss that over there. So here's the device. Now I'm just gonna pull off plastic, no texting and driving, folks. It can wait. And this one as well. All right, so what you're looking at is essentially, with AT&T anyway, you're essentially looking at the international model. It just has LTE enabled, AT&T logo there, G2 there. So if I actually show you this, here's the international, and yes, it is a fingerprint magnet, so this one will be as well. So see, AT&T logo there, none on the international. This one says LG down here, and this one says G2. If we look at the front, just an LG logo, though obviously that's gonna change with the Verizon version, which we'll get to in just a second. But identical devices. This just works on AT&T's LTE, while the international version I had a couple days ago doesn't. So the big deal here, right, is the sort of button placement, right? You've got the volume rocker, and these are actual physical buttons you press in, and then this is your power switch here. There's your camera lens right there. There's no buttons on the outside at all, so no buttons there. There's your SIM tray though, if you can see that. So SIM tray, and you do need a SIM tool, which should be in the box. Up top, there's actually nothing going on, because on the bottom you have your dual stereo speakers, micro USB charging port, and headphone jack. Another fist pump there, because we love headphone jacks on the bottoms of phones. So anyways, AT&T model. So let's fire that up and watch the AT&T music get busy. And while that's happening, pull Verizon over. So Verizon will just slide out of its sleeve. You can see, thanks AT&T, really colorful box here from Verizon, if that means anything to you. And then also with Verizon, you get a guide and a charger. There you go, how about on camera? And that's pretty much it, nothing else in the box. No headphones either with them. So let's pull, actually I do want to show you this to you. So this says 4G LTE SIM. There we go, pre-install. And it's actually micro SIM, it's not nano SIM, so I'm not sure why they're pre-installing SIM cards for everyone. If you already have a micro SIM, you can just use your current SIM if you're upgrading a device. All right, so Verizon version, there you go. Let's actually compare this to the AT&T one. So you've got LG logo down here, and then yes, up top, which you guys knew was coming, another Verizon logo. Yes, it looks awkwardly placed, but that's just sort of how Verizon does things. Okay, so if we go to the back side though, this is where you're gonna see some differences. Now you do have the LG logo down here, still got that same fingerprint magnet backside. Verizon and 4G LTE logos again on the back, so yes, you do have the one on the front and those two on the back. Now, if you look at the button arrangement here, it's definitely different than the international AT&T versions. You actually have three sort of separated buttons. Now with this version, you can see it sort of makes this little hump in the middle, and it sort of looks a lot more, well, you can see the notification light, looks a lot more flush, I would say, on the AT&T version, while the Verizon version just looks sort of like three, not really chunky buttons, but three separated buttons. They should still have an LED ring around that, I do believe. And then the camera lens, or at least the area around it, actually is blue. Now, at first I thought that was maybe a sticker, but I cannot seem to... Oh, it is a sticker. All right. Oh, there it is, right on my arm. So that was a sticker. So at first I thought that was a cool design idea. Definitely not. That was just a sticker. So if you do get this version, remember to take the sticker off of there. And actually, I've taken most of the stickers off already, so I didn't want to bore you. But there are stickers around the entire outside. There's a sticker on these buttons. Obviously, there's one on the camera, the frame around the camera lens as well. So anyways, again, these devices are exactly the same. Let's actually power the Verizon version on. In terms of specs, except the Verizon version also has wireless charging. So, and they actually, if I show you the bottoms here, there's actually some subtle differences here as well. So the AT&T model sort of has that traditional like sort of grid speakers, going on. And I'm totally failing. There you can see the two grids. And the Verizon version just sort of has three big holes here, and a noise canceling mic here, and then a headphone jack. So I don't know if it doesn't have dual speakers or what happened there, but the Verizon version definitely been tweaked a little bit. Okay, so lots of changes here actually. Somehow I'm in the camera. And, ooh, that looks different. So I've been playing with the international version, and the launcher button's different on this one. I can tell that already. Let's see what we've got going on over here at AT&T. I don't really want to get started. I'd rather just get going here. All right, we'll have to come back to that. So I did want to show you though, wireless charging. So I actually have mostly full battery, but this does have wireless charging built in. So I should just be able to set it on there. And yeah, you can see that wireless charging is started, and it is charging up there up top. The little meter is moving, and I've also got a green light on there. So wireless charging built in. The AT&T version does not have that. And of course I can't get into the phone because it wants me to set all kinds of stuff up. We'll try to skip through it all. I just want to see what the OS looks like. Pardon me for a second. Next. Next. Wow, no AT&T locker. Never do I want to use you. All right, there we go. Okay, so here's the difference I was talking about. So wallpaper looks the same, but you notice the launcher button's different. So this matches the international version, although the icon for the camera has changed from the international version. Yeah, the camera icon on the international version actually looks like the Verizon version. So you definitely got some swapping going on there, different styles and stuff. In terms of apps in there, holy bloatware on the AT&T version. I'm sure Verizon loaded it up. Oh yeah, they loaded it up as well. So plenty of bloatware. Actually, it almost looks about half bloatware. Still got software, navigation keys, and Verizon looks like they've definitely tweaked the notification area up top there. You can see the sound and the brightness are not showing up, which is kind of odd. So those are standard in the international version and AT&T version clearly, but different definitely. And there's your ongoing Wi-Fi notification that Verizon tends to put on every phone these days. Let's go ahead and jump into settings though. All right, so you've also got different setting style menus. It's interesting to see how these carriers change all this stuff. So on the AT&T and international version, you actually page between to find out all of your different tabs and options and stuff. Verizon looks like they've kept these sort of almost standard Android sort of vertical scrolling. So if we go into About Phone on each, so nope, I don't want to update the software. There we go. So they're both running 4.2.2. And that's pretty much it. So these are the Verizon and AT&T LG G2s. Again, Verizon's comes out tomorrow, $199 on contract. AT&T's Friday, $199 on contract. You can see there's subtle differences, not anything real major, but this does have wireless charging here with the Verizon version, which is an exclusive feature, I do believe. So they both have the button placement on back, which we'll have plenty to say about in our official review, which should be out soon. So in the meantime, drop us questions if you have them. We're Droid Life. Peace.